computer. Okay, there we go. So Shaylee's here, Rosemary's here, Marlon is here. And Alex, hello Alex, how you doing? You hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
All right, good enough, Alex. And Alex, what's your last name? Because I'm writing this down.
It's Fordham,
Okay,
Fordham.
gotcha. Okay, we'll actually get going here. So if everybody just wants to chill for a little bit, I just want to invite everybody, admit everybody into the room. We'll get going. This won't take long. Oh, there's Marlon. Hi, Marlon. How you doing? Thank you for getting that. I appreciate it. Actually, since you guys are here, and we're going to make this quick. I do not want this to be a Zoom class. Nobody wants that, I don't think. Oh, I've got somebody to come in now. So let me put this person in. So I know this was going to be Catherine's connecting to audio, and Madison is here. Hello, Madison. Thank you for being here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And by the way, it's fine if you want to keep your audio. You don't have to have your audio on all the time, but you got to be able to respond when I talk to you or something like that. And Catherine, I see you there. Will you turn on your video?
There you go.
All right, Catherine, thank you very much. Welcome. All right, everybody. So we're going to get going. And as I've already said a couple times, this is not going to be a long session. This is not a Zoom class. I don't want it to be a Zoom class. So you don't have to worry about that. I'll probably be admitting people here for a little while because it's just what's happening. Some people need a little more time to figure this out. But I did want to start this, if anybody has any questions about anything. Because normally this is the time when I would start. I'm sorry, I've got a whole bunch of people here that want to be admitted, and that's cool. Got Amanda and Miguel. Ooh, this is going to be a big session here. All right. Normally I'd be going through vistas with you and showing you your way around, but I would say, hello, Miguel. Nice to have you here.
Hi.
And who is iPhone? All right, iPhone maybe can't hear me yet.
Bella. Hi, it's Bella here. It says Amanda, but
Okay, you are Bella. Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm writing all this stuff down. Thank you. And one last question. Who is iPhone? Because I need to give you credit for this. Oops, let me admit these people. There's Andrew and does. Okay, still no response from iPhone. iPhone, I can't give you credit for this unless you identify yourself, just so you know. Okay. All right. Whoops. Lost my notes. So instead of giving you a tour of vistas, because I think you guys are doing very well on this. I'm sorry, there we go. You guys are doing very, very well on your vistas. Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of iPhone. Your iPhone. Oh wait, not sure what that is. All right. Anyway, guys, I was going to give you a tour of vistas, but I think you're doing really well. Does anybody have any questions about vistas or navigating Canvas or anything like that? Okay. All right. Perfect. You guys are doing a great job. I've never had a class be so up to date and figure out everything so quickly, which is very nice. I really appreciate that. So here's my nav. And so we'll just ignore all that, but if you do have a question, you let me know. Okay, so here's the plan for the day. For about 5 minutes, I'm going to talk a little bit about the grammar. Then for another 5 minutes, we're going to go into breakout rooms. I'm going to assign you to breakout rooms, and you're going to practice a couple of things. And then that's the end of the meeting, okay? We'll just do that. So one of the things we've been working on is nouns with adjectives. Do I have any questions about this thing? Boy, everybody's joining. This is great. Okay, Damien and Lydia are here. Do I have any questions about the idea of gender? Like the fact that we say la mesa, but we say el libro. And this, you just shout it out. If you got a question, you let me know, okay? So you understand that most feminine nouns end in an A, most, but not all, masculine nouns end in an O. And you're, if you want to say the book, you say el libro. If you want to say the table, you say la mesa. Are we all pretty good on that one? Okay, all right. If there's if you have a question, you shout it out. You don't have to wait. You don't have to raise your hand, anything like that. The other thing we've studied are numbers 0 through 30, and you either sort of know them or you don't. Be aware that in Vista's spelling count, sometimes they want you to write out numbers. And if you spell 30, T-R-I-E-N-T-A, it's going to count it wrong. And that's one of the things I wanted to mention. That's why I really want you to go through your scores and check the computer. And if the computer has screwed you out of points, I want to know about it. And that's where that's where you use the Ask Your Instructor. A lot of you have already been really good at doing that. You make a little spelling mistake, I'm going to give you credit for it. But I won't be able to give you credit until you tell me. So to get your best grade in this class, you definitely want to use that Ask Your Instructor thing. Check your work and say, oh man, the computer just took everything off. It gave me a 0 on this thing. I just made a spelling mistake. Let me know with Ask Your Instructor and I'll fix it for you. We'll work with numbers in just a second. The verb ser, somebody just shouted out. Tell me what it means. What does ser mean in English?
To be
It means
permanently.
to be. Very good. So the conjugations, or what our e-text calls the forms of ser, are in English: I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, and they are. And the way we do that in Spanish is yo soy, tú eres, él es, ella es, nosotros somos, ellos son. I know there's a lot, but you get that idea. Does anybody have any questions about how that works? Okay, let me ask you one more question then. What's the difference between tú and usted? They both mean you. What's the difference?
One's formal.
Okay, very good. When we're talking to somebody that's older, or technically, to be honest with you, a teacher of any kind, professor, teacher, or anything like that, we use usted. For family members, friends, people your own age, even if you don't know them very well, then you use the tú form. Now, we actually used to do that in English. I don't know if you're aware of that. Do you know the difference between thee and thou? Thee was equivalent to usted. Thou was equivalent to you. To tú form, sorry. And then in English, I don't know why or how, but thee just got eliminated, and thou changed into you, believe it or not. I have no idea how all that happened, but we used to do the same thing. So you're also going to see ustedes. What does ustedes mean? Anybody?
That would be the plural of,
It's
of a formal.
Okay, it's no longer formal, informal, it's just plural. So in Spanish, if you want to say you all, you guys, you've got to say ustedes. That's how you say you all. We don't do that in English, okay? We just have you for everybody we're talking to. Now, you've seen in the conjugations, or at least the grammar forms that they give us vosotros. We're not going to use vosotros, but that is the informal in Spain only, and that's why we don't study it. So don't even worry about it. It's just what we do. We're going to use tú, usted, and ustedes. And that's all I'm going to say about that right now. It seems like you know your conjugations for the verb ser. What about telling time? We always use the verb ser to tell time. So tell me, anybody, just shout it out. How do we say it's 1? It's 1 o'clock.
Es la una.
Es la una. Anytime you talk about 1 o'clock, you say es la. But how do we say it's 2 o'clock, or 3, or 4, or 5?
Es la dos.
That's
Son
when
las-
we switch it a little bit. We go son las dos, son las tres, son las cuatro. Okay, so if it's 1 o'clock, es la una. If it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's son las dos, son las tres. Okay. Now you also you say things like son las 2:10. It's 2 and 10. It's 2 and a quarter. Son las 2:15. Son las 2:30, half. Okay. So any quick questions on grammar? And let me get one more guy in here. Any more quick questions on grammar of any kind? Any questions about Spanish? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I've never done this before, but I'm gonna try to get you guys into breakout groups. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to say you're gonna be in groups of 3. Just go any old order, it doesn't really matter. Try to go around and just go say the numbers from 0 to 30. It's not a contest, it's not a game, just say the numbers. And if somebody gets stuck, help them out. If they don't know how to say 11, just say, oh, well, it's 11, and then continue on from there, okay? Do that one time. Review the verb ser a little bit, just ask each other, well, how do you say I am? How do you say we are? How do you say they are? And then go over telling time just a little bit, talk about it for 1 minute with the people in your group. And I'm going to go ahead and get you going right now, and then I'll bring you back. And I'm not going to keep you in the breakout rooms for very long. Let me see here, 3 to 4. The breakout rooms will be for literally 5 minutes, okay? So just have some fun talking, go over your stuff. Maybe you can, if you know it all perfectly, you can help somebody else, okay? So I'm gonna pop you right into your breakout groups, and I'll bring you back in 5 minutes, okay? Here we go. Open all rooms. Everybody have fun. Are you in your rooms yet? You should be, I hope. I haven't done this before. Yeah, it looks like everybody's getting into their rooms. All right, go ahead and have fun with that.
Okay.
Everybody, I'm
Yeah.
just watching. You keep going.
So then after 3 is 14, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
14.
15.
16.
17.
No, am I next?
Yeah.
18.
19.
20.
All right, guys, you're doing great. I'm going to go to another room. You're doing great. Keep on. You're doing fine.
21.
4.
Hi, everybody. I'm just watching. You guys keep going.
Bueno, son las 10:10.
Son las 4:10.
Son las 6:15.
Nice job, guys. I'm going to leave the room now, and you guys are doing great. Keep on, and we'll be done in about another 2 minutes here.
Oh, yep.
Hi,
For
everybody. I'm just
time.
watching. I'm just watching. Oh, hey, listen, let me break in for 1 second. Who is on iPhone? I have a blank screen that says iPhone. Who is that?
That's Delia.
Okay. Who are you?
Delia
What's your last
Siderakis.
name?
I can't rename myself. It's Siderakis.
Yeah, I have to know to give you credit that's all, okay? And how do you spell your last name?
Okay. Siderakis.
Okay, perfect. Delia, I really need you to attend these meetings with your screen on, okay? So
I can't.
if today you can't handle it, that's fine, but you got to have your screen on. People need to see you, okay? So
Okay.
figure it out, and for the next meeting, please attend, and it would be nice to have your name in there instead of iPhone. All right, can you do that
Okay.
for me?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. Let me hear what you guys are doing in Spanish.
We did numbers, but we did it in a cohesive circle. So I started with 1.
Two.
And then
Perfect. That's
we
great.
just
That's
went
great.
in order.
Carry on. What's next?
Now we were doing numbers, and I
All
said
right.
it was 10, 11. And now the time has changed. I don't know if someone wants to say the new time.
Okay. All right. You
So
guys
I
are
don't
doing
know
great.
how-
I'm gonna go check out another room. Thank you for your
Okay.
good work. Okay. Let's see. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm just listening in. And Andrew, can you turn on your video, please? People like to see you.
Yeah. I've been trying to get it to work. I use my phone as a webcam.
Oh.
But it's not connecting to the app I've been using. And
All right. Okay. Try to figure that out because people really.
I will.
I don't like looking at a.
I've got a webcam ordered. So I should be fine next time.
All right. Beautiful. That's fine. Don't stress. All right. Where were you guys?
We all reviewed our numbers, and then we all told each other our names in Spanish, and then we talked about what time it was.
Nice. All right. Good job, guys. I'm going to go leave, and I think I'm going to end the break room session because I think everybody's pretty much finished. So I'll bring you all back together, and then we'll say goodbye there. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. All the breakout rooms are closing. Are we all back? I can't really tell yet. No, I think we got a couple more people to get. Yeah, here they come. They seem to close one at a time. I've never done the breakout rooms before, so this is kind of new for me.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. All right, guys, I think we're all back. Listen, you guys are awesome, and this was really good for me, and it only took 14 minutes. So it won't be that bad. I appreciate your being here. Listen, here's what I'd like to ask you as a favor, and because it is part of the class, attend these meetings. Although I did talk to some people that said they were just having trouble today. We want to see your face, okay? Not a blank screen, okay? So attend these meetings with your screen on. It really makes a difference to me, and I think it makes a difference to your partners. And you did great today. Everybody gets full credit. Also, please be on time. If you join the meeting like 5 minutes late, I can't give you full credit for it. You got to be here more or less on time. A minute late, I don't care. But 5, 6 minutes late, I do care. All right. Any questions for me? Anything? Yes.
I got confused on the time because one of your messages said 9 o'clock. Will
Yes.
all of our classes be at 10?
Yes, and I sent out another email on that one. I was supposed to be involved in an event that started at 10 o'clock this morning. So I figured, okay, I can do this and still make it to the event. But then the event got canceled. And so but is everybody, oh, that's another thing. Is everybody checking their student email? I guess you are because you're all here. That's how you got the invitation. That student email is really important. I send out so many reminders about when due dates are and things like that. I think it's pretty important, okay? So, so that's what happened, and I'm sorry, that won't happen again. All of our meetings should be at 10 a.m. unless something weird happens, okay?
Okay.
We were 15 minutes a day, and I can't imagine them taking longer than 15 minutes. By the way, that is a state requirement. I would not make you do this on Saturday if I didn't have to. The state requires online classes to have these personal meetings. Good question.
And
thank you very much. Yes.
I have another question. What if a family function or family incident happens
Yes.
on a Saturday? Should we get a hold of you ahead of time?
Yes. And have you checked all your emails? Did you get all my emails in your student email?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I just wanted to double check
Okay. Yes. Listen, people have lives. I get that. You are not married to this class. I understand that completely. But what I can't do is just say, okay, I get it. You don't feel like getting up on Saturday morning. I'll just excuse you from this. You have to, if you miss the class, if you miss a Zoom session, it's fine. I get that. There's no penalty, but you have to make it up. And there's a way you can make it up. I record these things, you watch them, you write me a little paragraph. I think it's easier just to come to the meeting. But yes, you can, there is a way to make up these Zoom sessions. And if you have a family thing or a doctor's appointment, or you are sick or whatever, I'll accept almost any legitimate excuse, just not for every single Saturday, okay? You only got 5 more to go anyway. Also, there's one more thing that I said in an email. If you miss one of these things, it is literally less than 1 percentage point out of your semester grade. It's like 0.8 of 1 percentage point. But I'm happy to have you make them up if you need to, okay? I mean, it's fair. You should be allowed to make them up. Any other questions? Yes. Marlon.
Were you ever able to check whether I had submitted that quiz or not?
No, this morning was too late for me to check, but I'm on it. I get it, and I will. I'll email you right away. In fact, I'll do that right now as soon as we hang up. I mean, as soon as we close this thing down.
Right.
And if I can't see, so you did 1 quiz or something like that?
I did 2, but it just didn't like it. I did it both of them twice, but they just didn't like submit, I guess.
Okay, something's kind of weird there, Marlon, because on quizzes and tests, you only get 1 try. So the fact that you would get 2 tries.
Yeah, it still says I can take it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's.
Wait, my quizzes and tests say that I can like resubmit them too.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
maybe I set it up wrong. That's that's possible. I better go back and look. It's just ridiculous how complicated it is to set up these courses. I will go check. And Marlon, I'm shocked. I mean, I'm just surprised that it won't accept your quiz score or whatever it is. I don't quite get that. Maybe I did it wrong, but I'll check, and you will look for an email from me within 15 minutes of closing this meeting. Okay. And okay. I'm happy to entertain any other questions. Anything else?
I've got one for you. At what point in telling time when you're going de la noche, de la tarde, at what point does that switch over between one and the other?
That's a really good question.
Approximately.
It sort of depends. In Spain, they go much later on that, but around here for us, we just go kind of what's standard. We'll say it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's 6 o'clock in the evening. It's kind of flexible. You don't have to worry about it too much. And most of the Vistas exercises will make it very clear. They'll put 8 o'clock. It's never going to be 8 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's either going to be 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the evening, but nothing exactly on the borderline normally. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Any
I
other
have a
questions?
question.
Yeah.
Not about that. When on the Vistas, I was wondering, I don't feel like there's enough like learning material before there's like tests. I don't know if I'm like missing something, but like I do all the activities and then the next thing is just test after test, and then it seems like I haven't learned that, so I have to go like other places. So I was like wondering, is there like something I'm missing?
Well, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Are you watching the tutorials, those little videos with the little cartoon guy?
I believe I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have. But
Here's one thing you can do. Look, I know it's a lot to watch that video and retain it all. If I were you, I would be taking quick notes, not copious notes, but quick notes as the guy. You can pause it, take a little note. Oh yeah, when I conjugate an AR verb, I got to do this. Or here's the conjugations for the verb said. The next thing is this. Are you getting into our textbook, our e-text?
yes.
Okay, that's at the top of every exercise or assignment. There's a little icon of a book. It doesn't look much like a book, but it's supposed to be a little blue book, and you click on that and you can go to our text.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Alex,
Okay,
I know it's hard. It's a lot of material. I don't doubt that, and we're moving fast. I totally get that. The way to do that is to take your notes out of the book. Write down notes. Nobody wants to do that. I get it, but write down notes from the book. Write down notes from the tutorials. It's easier to refer to those things than it is to go back to the tutorials and the book. That's my opinion. I can't do much better than that for you, Alex. The other thing is you can sort of look online for, especially YouTube videos are really good. And I can't include those for weird reasons. It just doesn't work.
Yeah,
So-
I understand that.
Okay.
I've been
But
using
that's-
this
and you-
website.
oh,
Yeah.
and the other thing, Alex, use the Ask Your Instructor. If you're on a test or something like that, you can always just save that test. You don't have to submit it once you started it. There's no time limit. Save it and use Ask Your Instructor. And then I'll get back to you and I'll say, well, this is what you ought to be thinking about. I won't give you the answers, but I'll tell you, I'll help you. I'll definitely help you. Because that's part of my job, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Nice.
All right,
I've been
Alex, I'm
using
sorry I
this
can't tell you
website
more.
called, yeah.
What's
I
that?
was saying that, have you heard of the website called Spanish Dict?
Yes, it's good. It's pretty decent, right?
Yes, that's what I've been kind of using. It's pretty
All right.
helpful for like flashcards.
Okay, all right.
I don't know
Alright,
if
good.
anyone else uses that.
Yeah, it's Spanish DICT, like maybe dictionary. And then they have a lot of sometimes videos and pretty clear explanations of stuff. All
If
right,
I might
thank you,
pop
Alex.
up-
And I hear you. There's not, it's just part of the class. Hey,
If I
by the
may
way,
add in this,
what's that?
if I may add in on this, is
Yes.
when I took a conversational Spanish back in like '89, date myself a little. My teacher actually recommended, she was also English as a second language teacher. And she recommended our two classes getting together and practicing our Spanish. And if you've got somebody who's if you know somebody who's trying to learn English, if you work together with them, that gives a lot of back and forth with learning your Spanish. And I found that to be very, very helpful when I was first learning Spanish the first time around.
All right, I think that's a great suggestion. Hey, I wanted to mention something before we get out of here, unless there's more questions, and if there are, we'll deal with them. I sent out an email about this, guys. I set aside 2 weeks for our first lesson because I know people have to figure things out. It's hard to learn how to navigate. But I sent out an email about this. Every lesson is every week now. So you've got the same amount of work due in 1 week. And everything's due next Sunday. So our due date for Vistas and Canvas is tomorrow at midnight. And you can turn in Vistas stuff late, but not Canvas. And then the next lesson is due 1 week later. I know how fast that is. And I know it's tough, but that's just life, okay? So that's what you got to deal with, guys. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. Any last questions here, guys? All right, I'm really happy with your work. I'm proud of you guys. You are doing a great job. I know it's not easy, but you are doing well. As a class, you are rock stars. I'm not making that up. You guys are the best summer class I've ever had. So keep up the good work. Use Ask Your Instructor. You can email me anytime you got a question. Okay? Or we're going to say goodbye now?
Bye.
Okay. Adios, clase. Hasta luego.
Adios.
Hasta
bye-bye.
Thank you.
prontos.